Hello, this is Sherry Darden with this week's FMLA Friday tip. Hope you're having a great week, and it's been a couple of weeks, but I am back. I've been traveling, been on the road, but I'm back and ready to tackle the FMLA questions that are burning in your organization. And to this Friday, I decided to address the question of, Sherry, how do I calculate the increments when an employee wants to take it in intermittent leave? And that simply means instead of taking a continuous block, a full week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks, again up to that 12 weeks, they want to take them in increments. And it's simply this, and the Department of Labor wants you to uphold this as much as possible. You will require your employees or allow your employees to take intermittent leave in the same increments that you require them to take PTO, whether that's sick or vacation. So if your company's policy is you allow an employee to take leave, sick or vacation, in 15-minute increments, then you would allow them to take FMLA in 15-minute increments. If you allow your employees to take leave, sick or vacation in 1-hour increments, then the same would apply. You would allow them to take FMLA in 1-hour increments. Now, many of you may have a policy that you require your employees to take sick or vacation either in half or whole day increments. The Department of Labor does not want you to force them to take more time off than they need. So they don't want you to enforce more than 1-hour increments when you're requiring them to take PTO concurrent with FMLA. Now, with any other rule, there's always going to be an exception. And it's called the physical impossibility rule. And here's what that simply means. If it's physically impossible for an employee to take time off in the middle of a day, then that's what physical impossibility means. Let me give you an example. Let's say you may have a FedEx or UPS, or let's say a delivery truck driver. And he or she normally comes to headquarters or comes to their base. They pick up the car or they pick up the truck with the packages included in the vehicle. They go out and they make their deliveries, and they don't come back to the base until that last delivery has been done for the day. They don't come in and out, in and out. So it may be physically impossible for an employee to take, let's say, 3 hours off in the middle of the day due to that physical impossibility. There are many towers around the country due to air traffic control security issues. You come in and you leave once each day. So if your shift is from 7 to 3, they open up the doors for you at 7, and then they open up the doors for you again at 3. There is no in and out. So if you had an employee with that situation and they needed to take intermittent leave, let's say between 12 and 2, then the employee could come in at 7, they could leave at 12, but then they're not allowed back until 7 o'clock the next day, again, because of that security issue. So that would be a physical impossibility. That's going to be the exception to where you're going to require that employee to take more time off than they need. So again, what increments is going to be the same increments as your paid time off, no more than 1-hour increments, barring the physical impossibility rule. Make sure in your handbook, or at least bare minimum, when you send out designation notice to that employee, that you're granting them FMLA, that this is how they will have to take the time off. The same increments as PTO if you're requiring them to use it concurrently. So I really hope that this helps you today. Keep those questions coming. I love them. I love giving you these little tidbits and digestible bites. Until next Friday, happy FMLA. Bye for now.